Hey AIESEC United States, my name is Lydia Edwards, or as you may know me, that one girl in Delta Ding that can't really dance. Last year, during the term 16-17, I had the honor to serve as your MCVP of Organizational Development. This experience was one of the greatest I've had in my life so far, and one I'll be grateful for forever. I was sad to leave what had become my home, but excited to go somewhere new and different. Currently, I'm the MCVP Organizational Development for AIESEC for Peru. These past 6 months have been so full of learning, it's kind of hard to put into words, so instead of just telling you, I'm going to show you too. Like I said, leaving the greatest experience of my life was incredibly difficult, especially as I knew the experience I was going to have would be extremely hard. To be honest, the culture shock I could handle. I could handle a new country, and I could at least struggle valiantly with my new language. But the thing that shook me beyond belief was the AIESEC culture shock, something this gringa was definitely not prepared for. From the moment I stepped foot in AIESEC for Peru, my learning curve never stopped feeling like I was scaling a vertical mountain. The strengths I had relied on in the US, I suddenly could no longer use. I couldn't communicate well because no hablo mucho español. I didn't know anybody in the plenary, and introducing steering team and LCP pre-meetings before conferences for the first time is much easier said than done. Not being able to use my usual strengths that I was able to develop in the US, I had no choice but to develop other skills. It was sink or swim, and like Moana, I chose to swim. I felt like I was in Mean Girls because I finally understood how math was the universal language. Maybe I couldn't talk about OD in a language the plenary would understand, but everyone knows numbers. So I became more strategic and more data-driven than I ever needed to in the United States. Numbers became my life, and the way I tracked LCs based on their health indicators really showed me the importance of things like financial and talent health and sustainability. I began to look more at the behaviors that drive an entity like AIESEC for Peru forward, because if there's one thing this plenary really knows how to do, it's how to grow. I began to examine and analyze why and how AIESEC Peru had grown so much over the past 4 years. I could see how having membership that stays in AIESEC longer, accompanied by a strong purpose, created more experienced leaders with better leadership pipeline. I learned how AIESEC works in Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela, Romania, and Portugal thanks to my many teammates. I learned what it was like to be on a management team for the first time, and what it was like to have a team member in an MC term. I learned a lot in these past 6 months, but every time I developed a new strength or analyzed something in AIESEC for Peru, my mind couldn't help but return to the United States. That's why this year I'm choosing to stand for actions that echo, something I think AIESEC US is ready for. Our actions need to echo across the United States because we are able to change the mindsets that exist in our country, and we are able to create the young leaders that can and will change the world. With focuses on LC talent capacity, marketing for OGX, and accessibility, our actions can echo across the United States. Our actions need to echo across the world because the impact the United States has is large, and AIESEC US needs to rise up to match that relevance. I dream of an AIESEC US that is truly relevant in exchange on an international level. With focuses on OGV disruptive growth, OGT-focused teaching, and IGT development, our actions can echo. Our actions need to echo across generations because the choices we make today matter for the AIESECers of tomorrow. I want to create an empowered generation that takes action beyond just the AIESEC sphere, and I want this year to be the foundation to ensure that in 2020 and in 2025, we are leading a sustainable AIESEC US. With focuses on culture building, LC sustainability, and TM processes, our actions can echo. I want to see AIESEC US hit a home run. I want the generation of 1819 to leave a legacy so powerful that AIESEC US has changed forever, and changed for the better. I want to see us leading this leadership movement with actions that echo. For you, for me, for AIESEC US. Let's go.